Welcome back to Shovel Knight. I really don't want to do this next stage.
I do. Pass the controller, bro. I don't know.
Let's post commentary.
Shit.
So I'm sitting here, it's like, okay, I got three choices here. I got the Explodatorium for Plague Knight. I got Treasure Knight, and I got Mole Knight.
Either way, you have to clear at least one of these stages in order to reach the next town.
Either way, you're fucked.
So
I figured I'm just gonna get this level out of the way.
Let's get butting.
This is Plague Knight. This is Plague Knight, and this is considered by most people that play this game to be the hardest stage in the game.
I would say it's
for many reasons.
I would say it's just the hardest stage of the second tier of bosses. because I want to say like some of the third tier levels are definitely much harder than this one in their own right.
So I'm getting that the gimmick for this is that if you stand on the torches, they're gonna light up under you no matter what.
Yeah, so you got to keep moving.
Yeah. The other gimmick is most of the enemies that you fight are going to explode, like those green rats did.
Yeah, like the green rats, if you hit them, they'll explode on like either you or any nearby destroyable blocks. There's going to be birds flying around that drop flasks on you that explode whenever they land. And pretty much, there's a lot of stage hazards in this one.
So basically, this is the beginning of Sarasaland.
Basically, this is also the first stage in the game where you start to realize, man, these levels go on for quite a while.
You think?
I think you can destroy those flasks before they hit the ground, and you could even destroy the birds, but they'll just keep coming back no matter what.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. I mean, the saving grace is that this has great music.
Plus, of course, the bottomless pits, with everything being thrown at you that could easily knock you into those pits. Especially the fucking rats!
Yep. Of course. Classic Mega Man deciding factor.
Yep.
I mean, even classic Mega Man didn't have nearly this bad a knockback.
Yeah, it did.
Unless you're counting Mega Man 11, in which case that's your own fault. Learn to deal with it, people.
Shit.
He's telling everybody to get good.
I'm telling a specific person to get good, but that was a long time ago. Hopefully he's better at it by now.
This is the part where we throw our head back in laughter. Ready? Ready.
I guess that's another good way. That's another good reason to use the flare wand, because it doesn't knock back the rats. It'll just make them explode instantly.
Kamikaze rat.
Again, getting the phase locket basically makes every stage a non-issue.
Yeah.
The only problem is that you have to get your magic back.
Yeah, but they are pretty generous with magic pots being everywhere to restore your magic, but it's just a matter that it uses up 8 magic per use. So you can't really spam it a whole lot.
And I screwed up. There's supposed to be actually no, I didn't.
Yeah, right there. Little hidden passage.
It's sometimes when you hit that rat, he doesn't blow up that wall, in which case then you're screwed.
But yeah, the rats do have a nasty habit of just, if you're close enough to them, they'll jump towards you.
So Muiji, has our commentary on this made you want to actually try and play this game?
Nope.
Figured I'd ask.
Come on, man, it's a great game.
I'm not denying that.
Everything you mean?
I'm not denying that.
It's on literally everything. You have no excuse not to get it.
I'm just saying, I'm not denying that it's a good game. I'm just, I got more things on my plate right now.
That's fair. He is playing through Vesperia right now, which is going to take him a good 6 months to finish.
Yeah.
If he's going to do everything.
Yep.
Also,
That's assuming he's going to do everything in that game.
Not looking forward to my next dungeon because the game's forcing me to use Raven, who I haven't used at all.
Raven will be fine.
Listen, Raven is pretty good. At the very least, he does have a healing attack or a healing art.
Whoop-de-doo.
Just be glad that he's. Just be thankful that he still gains experience even when you're not using him, so he's not level 10 while everyone on your team's level 35.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be bad.
Also, these enemies, they'll rush you as soon as you get close to them, and they're pretty hard to hit.
You remember Scarfies from Kirby? It's basically them, only a lot easier to deal with.
Oh, Scarfies! You mean the ones that only attack when provoked? Got it.
And watch out for those.
Except these guys attack you even when not provoked.
They get provoked just by you approaching them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, those spikes are instant kill, by the way.
Yeah, so you
That's
want to...
That seems harsh.
I mean, they're relatively small, but yeah, like even just so much as grazing them, death.
The upside is, again, this game has unlimited continues.
Yeah, so it's
I
not
thought
like
that
you
was
can.
gonna kill you, actually.
There is a way you can get on the ceiling here and just skip this whole section, but I'm not good enough to do that.
That sounds like a Mario Brothers 2. That sounds like a Mario Brothers reference.
It's kind of is. It kind
You
of
almost. Oh, come on,
Yeah, whoops.
please.
dude.
See, I think
What the hell were you doing?
Trying to figure that out.
What were you
Seeing
doing?
if I could show off getting up there, and I fucked up.
Oh, you're gonna try showing it off.
But again,
that's
this is proving that deaths in this game really don't
bait-
matter too much.
the
so
bait-
don't worry about
The
it.
bait was real.
and then you could use.
I mean,
And then this little.
I was just trying to show something off.
I know, but still, I'm just all like, that doesn't look safe. Also, you missed a little passage on the right there.
That's what I think I was trying to get, and I couldn't remember where it was, and I just decided, fuck it.
Shit.
Fuck it.
All that's over there is a music sheet, and I'm not trying to go for 100%, so it's not a big deal.
But sire, power-ups.
Money.
It's not a power-up.
Money for
It's
power-ups.
a music sheet.
That too.
As far as I remember... Oh, no, there is a relic in this level, but it's not there.
Yeah, it's a little. I think it might be a little further in. Either that or it's
yeah.
actually right here. I can't remember.
I'm gonna go.
It's close by.
I'm gonna actually go back to Vesperia for a little bit, if that's okay with you guys. Because I just want to mention something. The first time I put Raven in the party, literally every 5 seconds, all I heard was, "Now this is my style. This is my style. This is my style."
Well, that's
like,
your fault
make
for
it
not
stop.
using him, and he starts learning a whole bunch of arts off screen.
I'm like, stop. No, make it stop.
I mean, if you hadn't had him in your party, then he would have just gotten a whole bunch of notifications like, "Hey, Raven learned this and this and this and this."
That did not happen.
Also, this part right here.
Well, that's because he was in your party.
Just freaking. They keep dropping the flasks and they destroy the elevation for these freaking things.
Something tells me you're gonna. Something
Yeah.
tells me you're gonna get fucked if that happens at one point.
Yeah, you're supposed to use those platforms to get up here, and then you downstab through those blocks to get that music sheet.
And you
But
try
I
to
think
through-
like if you can manipulate that enemy to move underneath the music sheet, then you could bounce off its head. But it's
Yeah, which is what I'm trying to do.
you have to
He's
like
being
you have to get to its
smart
right
and
so
not
it
getting
could
closer
like
to me.
move away from you. I think.
And there.
I was moving away from him, and he wasn't moving
No,
towards me. And this is when I just decided, screw it. I'm not trying to go for 100% anyway, so whatever.
Mini
Yeah.
boss.
Now we got this mini boss
pretty much.
who keeps throwing flasks. He's annoying as shit, and then he decides to grow into this monstrosity.
It's honestly a really easy one. The only real partial difficulty is just when he's throwing the flasks, and that's really it.
Bonk.
And I think when he's transforming
It's
back, he's a little invincible, but not for long.
It's Professor Engine from Crash Bandicoot.
This.
Oh god, you're almost dead.
I am.
Oh, thankfully, yeah,
there's
there's a little turkey right
And
there.
then you get,
And
then you
there's
get your ass
also-
burnt.
Oh wait, apple. Never mind. Close enough.
Then you get your ass.
Even if there wasn't, there was a save point there. So
I was gonna say you're almost dead.
Checkpoint,
I was
whatever.
gonna say you're almost dead. I'll be fine. Immediately get your ass burnt.
immediately die. Nah, I'll be fine. Jumps into a pit.
Thankfully, if you already have like your chalices full when you find a Troupple, then you will like it'll just go back in there and you could refish it up.
Yeah, like this. Because this is when I was trying to figure out exactly what it was gonna be what he'd give me, and then like, oh, I hope it's a healing one. Nope.
I mean, the invincible
It's an
one
invincibility-
it's
an invisibility
appreciated
one,
for
which
this
I don't
part.
need because I already have the phase locket. Thank you.
Yeah, but the invincibility doesn't waste your magic.
Fuck it.
Plus, when are you ever really going to use invincibility, and why would you need 20 seconds of it for the boss? Especially when all these freaking things coming in.
Oh. And I hope you like Iron Knuckles from Zelda too, because
Green ones.
They're essentially these fuckers.
I mean, we fought these guys before, but like the different color variations all have like different ways of attacking, pretty much.
So now we're getting into the color varied enemies.
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
Like I said, this game is very much an NES
Like
style.
the
throwback,
No, I'm
ones
just
you-
saying. I'm just saying. Wow, because it took us 3 parts to even get that far.
I mean,
That's usually something you reserve.
it
That's
depends
usually
on
something
what
you reserve
stage you're
for.
going for.
That's usually something you reserve for endgame.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, since this game is non-linear, that's kind of what makes scaling the difficulty for these levels so hard. Is
oh,
you
the
don't
money.
necessarily have to come to this level in this order. You can go to Mole Knight or Treasure Knight first.
You coward!
In which case you would have been prepared for newer enemies like that, because you'll run into them in those stages too. But personally, I want to get this stage over with as soon as possible because I hate this stage.
But pretty much, like, the ones that you saw in King Knight stage, those are what you would say, like, are the basic Iron Knuckles, almost.
Basic.
Meanwhile, here onward, it's going to be more like you fight the blue ones, the ones with the sword beams, and then the ones that could, like, jump up around and all around this freaking stage, make it much more difficult.
The best way I can describe it, the ones you fight in King Knight stage are the orange Iron Knuckles. These ones would be the red Iron Knuckles, and then there's gray ones that are the blue Iron Knuckles.
And they're a real pain in the ass.
What about the Goo Knights here?
Oh, those are just pretty much imitation Shovel Knights, as you can see. All they really do is just jump around occasionally, like do down stabs. They'll try to swing at you, but they go down in one hit, if I remember.
Oh, well, that's not too bad then. Is there gonna be? Yeah, that's what I thought they were gonna do.
Yeah, but like this is what people can. This is why people typically don't like this level, is because at this point, with the last couple of stages, I was at the boss by now, and right here, I'm about halfway done with this level.
Yeah, you kind of have to take your time if you don't want to be overwhelmed by a bunch of things being thrown at you at once. Like
and dead.
And then that could happen.
That's what you get for holding the button.
Well, I was trying to jump, and then that stupid bird threw his stupid flask at me and screwed me over.
The stupid bird threw his stupid flask at me with his stupid face.
Stupid.
The upside to this is that it makes it really easy for me to edit, as long as I don't die a second time getting back to where I last died.
Yeah. Oops, excuse me.
Oh yeah, golden fish. So all that money that I lost doesn't matter anymore.
I mean, I think you lost a little more than that, but still. You're not about to risk it. You're not about to risk losing more just to get that back.
Past me, there was a turkey in the left wall.
Yeah.
Well, fuck it. Whatever. Go fight Plague Knight with half a health bar and see how far that gets you.
Plague butt. No, it's butt. The fruits of my butts are here.
No, that's Shovel Knight.
Boom. Let's have a butt, shall we?
See,
I promise.
Now you have to do
it will be buttoning.
A non-commentary run where you play in butt mode.
It will be very buttoning.
And this is what I would say, not necessarily the hardest boss, but it is an annoying one.
He is very annoying.
He jumps everywhere. Like, by the time you get to him, he'll just freaking jump somewhere else. He could teleport, and he can make these flasks blow up.
Yes. I would say, though, the hardest boss of the normal 8, I would probably say is... Oh, that's a hard choice for me, actually. Probably Propeller Knight is the hardest, in my opinion, in terms of the actual fight.
Oh god, your invincibility is about to run out. Use the other one!
Fuck it! In terms of getting a perfect run... Yeah, he's definitely the hardest if you're trying to get the perfect achievement.
Yeah,
does he not sit still?
Throws the projectiles, jumps around all over the place, can make those flasks blow up, can teleport around. Pretty much if you're trying to beat this without taking a single hit. Oh, good god.
Without using the phase locket, you basically have to rely on RNG.
Yeah.
Which fucking sucks.
But at the very least, at this point,
I can see. It kind of feels like a difficulty spike a bit.
You could say that. Yeah.
That's why a lot of people think that Mole Knight and Plague Knight should have been switched.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. Like he is pretty right. He's like Quick Man in that sense, if you think about it.
Yeah. Also, now that I've gotten to the second tier of stages, we start getting random encounters on the overworld.
Again.
And like
they're completely optional. You can ignore them. You used to not be able to, but since this game got updated, a bunch of people complained that you were forced to fight them, which made doing the speedrun achievement a lot harder to do, almost impossible at this point.
But there is still a bit of RNG involved, because like they can move a certain amount of times before they just decide to stop. So that could waste a bit more of your time than you would like, because I think they can move up to 7 times. Sometimes they just go back and forth. It's like, why don't you just stop?
Yeah, it's not like Mario 3 where you can work around the Hammer Brothers being on the world map.
Yeah.
Don't.
Oh right, the last magic upgrade is overly expensive. 7,000 gold. Fuck you.
Oh no,
actually-
7,000.
Actually, I think you need one more after this, because your magic cap's at 100 normally.
Oh, that's right, and every upgrade is.
I think the last one's like 12,000, if I remember.
Dance,
Oh, yeah, and
water,
I forgot,
dance.
after you beat Spectre Knight, if you come down here and talk to this woman, she dances for you because she's happy that you killed Spectre.
Also,
I like
she
how the
apparently
king,
attacks you.
the king is all like, ee.
She can also apparently attack you by accident.
Yeah, she knocks you back. She's just like,
She-
get the fuck out of
she
my
just
way.
pushed you out
It's
of the
time
way.
to
Thankfully,
dance.
thankfully it's knockback.
Oh, like music note. More money.
Yay!
Yeah, and then you get this. That's how you get the song.
Also, there is an achievement, like we mentioned before. This guy says all these puns. There's an achievement if you keep talking to him and hear every single one.
So yeah, I'm not doing that.
Eh.
So there's the alchemy coin that I missed. That was in Plague Knight stage.
If you find
So if you don't find the artifacts
it in the
actual
level
stage-
itself, it's a lot cheaper. But if you don't, then like Sire's saying, you could just buy it here for a bit more expensive.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the orb is in the. I'm not sure what stage the orb is in.
No.
That might be one that you have to buy from Chester in here.
Yeah, that's the only one that's not obtainable from a level. That's one you have to buy from the town.
The alchemy orb is actually pretty good because you throw that green orb and it just bounces across the screen a bunch, and it can hit enemies multiple times.
Plus the alchemy coin, if it just plows through enemies and like it makes them drop more money when they're destroyed.
So much money.
I mean, by the end of the game, I'm gonna have more money than I know what to do with.
Damn it, I thought you were gonna bounce on that hoop.
No.
Oh, you're that asshole.
No, that's you that does that.
You're right, it is me.
I mean, to be fair, there is,
And logic.
like I mentioned before, there's an achievement where if you bounce on that hoop for like a good 10 seconds. But it is kind of difficult because it's not necessarily consistent. So you gotta like actually manipulate yourself to the point where you could actually stay on it for long enough.
There, give me my I-cores back.
And now we don't have to watch that dance again. At this point,
Yeah.
this is just free.
You can watch the dance again anytime you want. You just tell them you want to see it.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right, and before I finish off this part, I'm gonna go fight this kid.
I don't know. Is that you, Aaron Yeager? No, it's not.
No.
Like, I think these are supposed to be cameo fights.
Yeah, these were actually Kickstarter funded, or rather, like, I think whoever pledged a certain tier at the Kickstarter got to have their own character be a boss battle in the game. There was like 2 or 3
Yeah.
of them. This is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every one of these guys assumes that Shovel Knight did something wrong.
Bury innocent people.
You're gonna use your shovel to bury innocent people. No.
I'm gonna
it's
be
like-
honest with you. If I did get this game, I'd probably get the Xbox One version.
Yeah.
Oh, for the Battletoads?
Battletoads, yeah.
For the Battletoads fight?
Yeah,
Definitely do it.
Yeah, probably. Because then I'd be able to show that off for lol.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's just the way each fight is thing unlocked. It's always consistent. It's like you have to go through a certain part, like one of the. I think it's the house level, like the
I
haunted
think
house.
every 3 stages a new enemy shows up.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking more about like the cameo fights because like we mentioned, the Xbox One version has Battletoads, but the PS3, PS4 one actually has you fight Kratos.
Yeah. Which makes absolutely no goddamn sense, but whatever.
And he's like,
I don't know, and I was hoping that would mean that the Switch version would have an optional boss.
No, just gets an amiibo.
it gets amiibo functionality. That's the Wii U / Switch's only uniqueness.
Which became obsolete since patching.
Eh.
Also, all 3 of these fights, the boss theme is like the greatest song on the entire soundtrack, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Especially on the vocal track. Apparently Jake Kaufman
Butts are strongest when they fight together.
He apparently composed this song to be used for a King Arthur inspired game that never got made, so he ended up using it in this game instead, so he didn't waste his time.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And it's fantastic. You can donate to his Bandcamp and get the original soundtrack and the arranged soundtrack.
Yeah.
If you really want.
I think I sent like $5 or $10 to it, and well, like it's a good soundtrack.
It can be, yeah.
Yeah, or Logic can just send it to us because he already has it.
Well, that'd be bootlegging. Come on, dude.
I know. Yeah, be nice to Jake
Don't
Kaufman.
do that.
Be good to Jake Kaufman. He's a great composer. Support indie developers. They're great.
I already did.
Oh my god.
In fact, I've bought this game more times than I would like. I have the Wii U version, which, I have the Wii U version, 3DS version, Switch version, PS4 version. So yeah, I think I've more than supported this game than I would like.
I've been really tempted to buy the Switch version. Not gonna lie.
Switch version was good. In fact, I think it was when I got it. That's when they released Plague of Shadows, or not Plague, Spectre Knights campaign.
Spectre of Torment.
Yeah, Spectre Torment. That because I think when you got the Switch version, they had exclusivity for Plague Knights campaign for like a month before they released it for everyone else on all the other consoles. So that was a good incentive, and I definitely enjoyed Spectre Knights gameplay more than the other two, for sure. Feels more intuitive to me. But that's mostly because it has like wall running, freaking being able to slash your way across the freaking stage. It's great.
Hey, look at that. What is this place?
Okay, so now we're at the armor outpost. Up here, you can upgrade your shovel and you can upgrade your armors. This is mainly what you're going to be spending your money on.
Yeah, and but once you buy the upgrades, well, not necessarily the shovel ones. Like these are always like implemented no matter what. You could once you buy an armor upgrade, once you finally have it, you could switch to it at any time for free. Among all the ones you have, it's just a matter of like a one-time purchase, pretty much.
Okay.
So the first upgrade I bought was being able to dig up dirt piles in one swing, because that's just going to save me a lot of time.
Oh yeah. Instead of just standing there shoveling away at something 5 times, just do it once, grab all the crap, you're out of there.
Yeah. Like I said, by the time you're done with this game, you'll have more than enough money to buy all the armors and all the shovel upgrades, and you'll probably have like 700,000 gold left over.
Also, yeah, pretty much these armors
Flashy,
have like unique.
acrobatic, useless.
Oh yeah, that one is just gold armor. That's all it is. Does nothing to help you out.
But what that gold armor does is every time you jump, Shovel Knight does a flip.
Yeah, that's it.
It's great.
It's not even necessarily a higher
if
jump.
You're wearing that armor when you fight King Knight, he actually comments on the fact that you're wearing gold armor because he thinks it's cool looking.
He's like, I never knew you've one for fashion.
There's also this airship enthusiast Rooster guy who has really no point in existing. He's just kind of here.
Anyway, and then but pretty much each armor has its unique drawbacks. Like it has its strengths and weaknesses. Like there's one that makes it so you don't get knocked back as much, if even knocked back at all. But it makes it so you're always like slipping on the floor.
So Luigi mode.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, this guy's great. This is Mr. Hat. He runs a hat shop, and you can actually give people $1,000 to buy hats from him.
Yeah.
And then he gets mad at you because he lost all his hats. and then you have to fight him.
Yeah.
I'll show that up in a later part.
I mean, you lose 3,000 gold, 3 or 4,000 gold for doing so, but if you beat him, then you get that gold back plus a little more.
Instead here, now that I beat Raz, now Baz is here.
Who's Baz?
Baz is just a random knight that wants to be a member of the Order of No Quarter. and he feels the only way he can become a knight is if he beats up another knight.
You mean he becomes he's against the Order of No Butts?
Yeah.
If I was playing butt mode, then yes. But yeah, he thinks that his way of becoming a knight is if he beats up another knight, he gets to take their title.
So, but he doesn't realize that Shovel Knight isn't part of their order, so he's just like the Great Bass Knight.
And also the fact that Shovel Knight doesn't even really want to fight him in the first place.
Like,
he just kind of showed up.
He's just Shovel's like, please, no, not like this.
It's like I'm not here to fight you.
He is kind of he's one of the more annoying overworld bosses.
He's probably the hardest boss in the game, in my opinion.
Like, you can't, like, when he's doing that twirling thing with his whip over his head, you can't really do an overhead stab.
He also likes to do ground pounds, which will stun you, and then he launches lightning on the ground. Then when he gets halfway dead, he starts getting shocked with electricity, which makes it even more stuff for you to dodge. So yeah, fighting him...
Plus, I think the electricity does one whole unit of damage instead of just half.
Yeah,
he's
but
dead
he's
anyway.
he's the reason why doing this game without getting hit is near impossible, because goddamn.
Also, just check this out.
Even my best boost could phase you. Well fought. Being a set defeat like a true butt, you'll always have your butt. No,
never let me in his order. Never
ever.
And then you can shovel him and steal more money from him.
He literally cries money.
No, you're just stealing more money out of him.
It's like Stewie with Brian. Where's my money? You give me money? Where's my money?
I already took his money though.
Give me money!
God damn it. It's a good thing this bard has so much money for us.
Oh yeah. All for the sake of
there
music.
there are certain music sheets that you won't be able to get until you do a New Game Plus.
Yeah.
Because they're in the final level, and you can't leave the final level to go back to this to give them the music sheets.
Yeah.
Which is kind of annoying, but oh well.
That's kind of backwards design, but okay.
Actually, I think
Yeah,
no, like when you complete the final boss, if you've already collected those music sheets at the end and the final level, if you start up the game without going into New Game Plus, it'll let you go return that music to get the money and unlock the music itself. You just have to opt out of doing New Game Plus at the because it'll opt you to do New Game Plus every time you start that clear file.
Oh, I never knew about that. Okay then.
Unfortunately, there's really no reason to not go to New Game Plus, considering all you have to do is turn in those music sheets. That's it.
Yeah. Anyway. We'll see you guys.
We'll see you in part 4, whenever that is.
The butt.
And hopefully Luigi will talk more.
I don't know what to say.
Appreciate the butt.
If it was a female butt, I'd appreciate it, but I can't.